Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I think is
Okay, now I can see you.
yeah, I think it's working now.
Yes, it's working now. Sorry for the delay.
So
My son didn't
good
wake up
evening. Well, not listening very well.
yet. Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay. Um, why don't you start by telling me a little bit about the band and then I'll ask you some questions if that's okay.
Okay, uh, I can start.
Yes.
Well, can start talking about the band. Well, EvenDusk is a gothic metal band formed here in São Paulo in the year of 2060. Well, we started with cover songs like those bands to Tristan and Epica and stuff like that. And then we started really working on our songs later, in 1 year later. And we recorded our first EP called Picture of a Paradise. Well, it was released in 2018. Well, four tracks, and it was our very first work, and our debut work was really great. Recording it and releasing it, we got uh, quite good reception about it. Well, and we are now. I don't know if your questions will be, but we are recording another EP right now.
Okay, so how have things been different with the pandemic? Is it a lot harder to get stuff done being having to
Yeah,
social distance?
yeah, and because of the pandemic, we had the delay in the recording of our EP because we recorded instruments like guitar, bass guitar, drums, and when we were recording voice and keys, it started the pandemic, and we have to stop, and we finished recording only keys and maybe vocals. We record from our home, but I think we, even with pandemic, we will be able to release it this year. I hope so.
So have things calmed down over there with the pandemic? Are the cases clearing up and things aren't as bad as when it started?
Uh, uh, Connection is not working good. Can you repeat, please, the question?
Is the pandemic getting better over there? Are there less cases and are things opening back up?
Well, didn't understand.
Is the pandemic getting better over there?
Yeah, pandemic here in Brazil is quite high level yet. There are a lot of people dying every day, like uh, almost 100 people, 1,000, sorry, almost 1,000 people dying every day.
It's bad in the United States too.
Yeah, so
Um, I also want to ask you a couple more things. When you first started out, who were some of your influences? Who were the bands that you looked up to the most when you were trying to figure out your sound and everything?
can you repeat the question, please?
Who were some of the bands that influenced your sound the most?
Oh, okay, I understood. Uh, we especially the band every integer has some influences like uh, almost everyone listen to different type of music like different type of bands, but in general we try to have influences from 90 gothic metal like Tristania, Teacher of Tragedy, but we also add some influence like more epica and symphonic stuff, Nightwish, and also nowadays we are trying to give more influence, especially like uh, prog metal stuff like Dream Theater, Symphony X, Mirror, and basically what we listen and this song is great. We try to put it on our music, but the the base, like the pasta of the pizza, is the gothic metal in the back in the 90s.
So, what would be your dream band to tour with if you could tour with anybody?
Well, I can talk by myself. The band I love most to play with or just be before it is Lacrimosa. Is for me, especially, is a band that influences me a lot. Well, Tilo Wolf for me is really a mastermind, and I would love to have the opportunity just to see them face to face one day. There are a lot of bands I would like to meet, like Epica was. I'm wearing a shirt of Epica now. This is really a good band. A lot of bands I would like to meet someday.
So, if you had the chance to tour for a year wherever you wanted to go, where would you want to go and why?
Which country or which band?
Which country?
Which country? Well, I I have no idea because I never travel abroad to another country. But if Lacrimosa calls, we will go to Germany. But USA is a real good country also, but I have no preference. Can say no really preference.
So, how did you meet all your um, band members?
How do you understand the question?
How did you meet everyone in the band? How did you become friends with everyone?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, the band was created by Bruno França, the guitarist, and actually the the keys also. And he started the project, and he called me. I joined the group. Then we had another vocal. She left, and another drummer. She left also, and so we got Rafaela, the actual drummer, that she especially the influence of prog metal we are bringing now in our new EP. She's more focused on this kind of music, and especially this year we got a new singer called Lucy Gomes, and she was in this process like she was adapting and she started recording voice, but then in March started pandemic and things got, you know.
Well, I like your new singer's voice. I think she sounds like a really good match for the band.
Yeah.
So, if you could pick any music that you would never play, what kind of music do you not really like that doesn't really mix with you?
Well, I am really how can I say? I really like every kind of music, like uh, from metal to blues. I like a lot blues music. Back in Robert Johnson. I like also dance music. I listen a lot to the Manhattans, for example. It's a thing really out of gothic metal, especially. But I sincerely I can't say one kind of music I will never play because I already played like party bands, and I have to play all kind of music here in Brazil, like samba and stuff like that. So whatever I have to play, I will do it. But my preference, obviously, gothic metal.
So, where was the first place your band ever played? Where was the first, when was the first concert you ever played?
Well, up to now we haven't played a concert yet. This is unfortunately just because of members, exchanging and stuff like that, and then we recorded our first EP and members exchanging, and then we had another members, but pandemic and stuff like that. So we just never played a live show yet, but we were planning it. Uh, I I hope so next year. This year here in Brazil, I don't believe any show will be able to be to exist yet.
Have you ever thought about live streaming a concert right now since you can't go to an actual physical place and perform? Have you thought about doing one online so everybody could see the band?
Well, I myself I think about it, but the group, never talked about that. I think it's a good idea. We have to put it the pros, né, and to really discuss about it if is a good idea because we have to have some people watching it. I don't know if it will be a good uh, people will receive it so good, but are we are open to think about it.
Yeah, that would be something interesting to see if you guys did a stream, maybe something later in the year when things have calmed down a bit.
Yeah, well, as I said, we are now trying to finish the recording of our new EP the way we can do it. Like keyboards were almost from home and vocals were almost finished. I think is yet finished. The producer will maybe tell us if there is some point we have to re-record or stuff like that. But is almost I can say finished, and then after that we will probably try to show it in our new songs like the other EP. We did it, but we are trying to bring new stuff to have more songs to show.
Well, I definitely look forward to hearing the new songs when they do come out.
Yeah, um, hope so. This year, I guess, I think this year we'll have new songs.
Okay, I want to ask you one more question. I don't want to keep you too late because I know it's late already. Um,
Yeah, me,
but but I appreciate the interview and everything, and I'm sorry again that it ended up so late.
no problem. My daughter is still here. We woke.
Oh, well, I won't keep you too much longer. I'll just ask one more question. If you could leave a legacy, something that you want everybody to remember you for, what would it be?
Well, I think the legacy I could leave is the one I already left in the first EP, like my music and the stuff I am trying to bring in your new EP. Like We are gothic metal band. This moment. So back to the question. The message behind our music, like we are gothic metal band, so songs like Winter talk basically about depression. And the thing I most try to speak about it, mainly because I write almost all the lyrics of the songs, and the message I try to bring that for a person that have this disease, depression, they are not alone. Like there are a lot of people living this day by day, and we are here to try to show them they are not alone, and we want to help them with that. Like this message, you are not alone. You can have some help from people you love, and I think that's it. My what I have to say with my music is this.
Well, that's really beautiful because I've been through a lot and I've been through had a lot of bad days and stuff, so that stuff really speaks to me and everything. So,
Yeah.
well, I look forward to talking to you again when the new songs come out so I can talk to you about those if that be something you're interested in.
Will be great.
Okay, well, I hope you have a good night. I'm sorry for keeping you up so late. I'll talk to you soon.
No problem. This kid is still. This
Okay, I
kid
hope you guys
won't
have a
sleep. What?
what'd you say?
No, didn't nothing. This kid won't sleep. I think. Okay.
Bye. I hope you guys have a good night.
Yeah. Hope you so. Have a good night, and hope the interview was not so confusing. My English, I'm sorry, is not 100%, but
No, it
I
was
think
fine.
you understood, and the sound is not very clear, but I think I understood all the question, and that's it.
Yes, it was a good interview.
Hmm. Thanks. And I have to say
Have,
thank you for the opportunity of the interview. I enjoy it a lot, and anytime soon we are here back.
okay, I'll talk to you soon and thank you for the interview. I appreciate it.
Me too.
Okay. Good night. Have a good night.
Good night.